Okay, so today I have my written test for my driver's ed. I know I really should have done this back when I was like 16, but I just wasn't ready, I guess. Anyway, so it's in half an hour, so I really have to get up. I gotta get up. I'm not a morning person. I hate waking up early on my days off. Anyway. So yeah, if you can't, I mean, obviously you can tell that I'm back. What happened was, oh, it's a weird double chin thing. Okay, so basically what happened was I failed, obviously. But I went in to do my driver's ed test, like my written test for driver's course. And they told me prior to this that I would need 2 pieces of identification and then 1 proof of like residence, my address. And then they told me that my ID card would work. So I assumed that my photo ID, which has like my date of birth and my address and all that stuff on it, would work for a proof of residence as well. At the time that I had made the appointment, which was like back in November or something, can't remember, but anyway, at the time that I had made the appointment, my ID card was still relevant because it has to be within the last 2 months. So I didn't realize that the laws would change between now and then. So what happened was I went in with my birth certificate and my ID card and my Medicare card thinking that was enough. And it wasn't. So they told me I could come home and get my tax return and that would work because I don't really have a lot of bills that come through mail. Most of my bills are like through my email and then yeah. So everything's electronic nowadays, right? But I guess I should probably still try to get a bill in my name like in the mail. Anyway, so I came home, got my tax return. I went back over there. The person at the first desk checked it. She said that would be fine. I went to the second teller, like the desk, to pay. And again, she looked it over and she's like, oh, okay, just bring this to the DMV. Sorry, my eye is really bugging me today. So I got there and she looks at my paper and she's like, I'm sorry, this doesn't work. It has to be the blue tax return paper. I didn't get that yet. It didn't come in the mail yet, so I don't have that. So thankfully my bank is like about a 5-minute walk away, not even. So she tells me I can go to the bank and get a statement there with my address on it. Well, this is at 9:40. I arrive at the bank at 9:40. The bank opens at 10 o'clock. So I'm waiting there for 20 minutes with this one guy who's hearing impaired and selling newspapers, and the other guy who's like picking on him, making fun of him. Like, that's not cool. I was getting kind of annoyed, but then the guy starts laughing, so I'm like, okay, maybe they're just joking around, and they're speaking really fast in French, which I'm bilingual, but if you start using all these slang terms and whatnot, I don't understand. So I figured they were laughing, both of them, so maybe it wasn't hurting his feelings as much. And he had a hearing aid, but he could still speak, and clearly it wasn't bothering him, whatever the guy was saying, so yeah, so I waited the 20 minutes. And I get to the teller, and she's like, "Oh, I can't print this off here. I have to go in my office." So we spent another 10 minutes in her office trying to print it off. Then I get back to the DMV, and she gets me set up, and I do my test, and like obviously she told me the basics, put my phone away, blah blah blah. I'm writing my test, and there's a kid next to me crying, like, okay, I understand you fail, like you're stressed, but it's not that big of a deal. You can come back and rewrite it. And so anyway, I do my test. I think you're allowed. I passed the road signs part, and then for the other part, you're graded on 20, and you're allowed to get 4 mistakes. And I got. Well, I stopped counting at 5. I knew I failed, but I think I got 6 or 7, maybe. I think 6. Anyway, so I failed that part, and I was like, can I just write down what I got wrong so I can study it and like be better prepared? And she's like, no, you can't do that because of the chance that I could, like, I don't know, sell it or something, I guess. So my eye is just really bugging me. There's nothing up there. Anyway, that happened, and I failed the test by like 6 points, I think. 5 or 6. Maybe 7. It's probably 6. So yeah, I get to go rewrite it next week. I would be allowed to rewrite it tomorrow because you're allowed to go back after 24 hours, but I want time to study again. Plus I work tomorrow, so that just wouldn't work out anyway. So the rest of the day is pretty much just going to be me doing laundry, attempting to study, and I've probably set up an eye exam because my eye's really been bothering me. But when I had to do the little vision test over there, it wasn't so much of a big deal. And I passed the vision test because like my vision itself is 20/20, supposedly. At least it was last time. My hair is just this mess. Oh yeah, and then tonight I have a dance class. So I do hip hop and ballet. I haven't done ballet in a while. I don't actually take ballet lessons anymore. I did last year. It was like a contemporary, like modern ballet. But I still practice, like, because I don't want to get worse. Like, I'm not that great, but I want to get better, and then eventually maybe take another class like in the future. So yeah, I practice at home, like, and for the hip hop, I'm still taking classes. I just started them this year. I really like it. It's not my type of music, but I really like, because I'm more of a country, like, rock type person, but I really enjoy the actual physical activity of it, and like I don't know, it's just fun to dance to, I guess. So that's Okay, so clearly plans changed, and we ended up going for a drive to Camelton. We stopped at the Dairy Queen in Atholville, and we went to Walmart, and then we drove back home. I just wanted to show you the pictures of, like, the video of, like, the scenery, because it's gorgeous up there with the mountains and the water, and just everything's pretty. Getting ready for dance class, and this is my pathetic attempt at a braid. I know I have hair sticking out like everywhere. There's some over on the other side too. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. I obviously did not go to the eye doctor today, although I really should have, because this is kind of still painful. I ended up going to Hamilton instead. And then we went to Dairy Queen and we just kind of drove around. And my face looks kind of gross right now, but I swear it's just the weird lighting. Anyway, so I'm gonna end this here because I'm leaving for dance in a couple minutes and I can't film there because they don't want to be on camera dancing, so yeah. Bye.